In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the thermostat and housing on this Chevy Equinox. This is going to be located on the back side of the engine. Let's get into it. You can see underneath the vehicle, there is a drain on the passenger side on the radiator. What we're going to do is just put a hose just over here. You don't need to, but it's just going to help direct the coolant. And then in a drain bucket, we're going to open up the valve. There we go. And drain the coolant out into a drain bucket. After the coolant's drained out, we can close that valve. Snug that down and take the hose off. We're going to remove this cover. First, we want to take the oil cap off, twist to the left, pull that out. Right down here, there's a screw. Use a T30 socket. Take that screw out and grab the cover. Just pull it up. There's just grommets holding it in. And just so nothing falls into the engine, put the oil cap back on. Twist it to the right. Now we'll disconnect the battery, pull the cover off the negative terminal, and using a 10mm socket, loosen this up. And disconnect it, set it aside. There's a bolt holding the computer on. Use a 10mm socket. Take this bolt out. And grab the computer, slide it towards the outside, and then we can just rock this out of the way. Just set it aside carefully. Now we're going to take these push pins out of this cover. Just going to use a trim tool. Separate those. This one's a little bit different. Pull that out. We can take this cover, just flip it over. Now we're going to take this bracket off, use a 10mm socket. We're going to take this bolt out and this nut off. Take that out. Grab the bracket, slide it up. Take the positive side off. Use a 10mm wrench. Loosen up this nut. Take the terminal off. Then we're just going to grab the battery and pull it out. And using a 10mm socket, we'll take this nut off and this bolt on the bracket. Slide that retainer off. And this bolt, same 10mm socket. Grab the bracket, slide it up. And I'm going to use some needle nose pliers and squeeze this retainer and then push that wiring harness back. Now we're going to take these 3 bolts out of the battery tray, use a 13mm socket. Grab the tray and pull that out of the way. This wiring harness, there's a couple of retainers right here and then over there. I'm just going to use a trim tool, just pop these retainers up. And then right here, pop that out. Just so we can move the wiring harness up a little bit. You can even bungee cord it out of the way. I'm going to remove this cover, use a 10mm socket, take this bolt out. Grab the cover and just pull it to the side. And you're going to pull it up as well, out of the way. The housing's down here. We're going to take the coolant hoses off. I'm just going to use a hose clamp pliers to take this one off and the back one. Might want a drain bucket underneath just in case any coolant comes out, even though we drained it, or drained most of it. Just squeeze the clamp. You can twist it back and forth a little, pull that up. Just a little bit of coolant came out. Set that to the side. Just a different style of hose clamp pliers. Just squeeze that and pull that off. Out of the way. I'm just going to use some needle nose pliers and move this clamp, just because it's hard to get to. Just grab the hose, wiggle it back. There we go, pull that off, out of the way. Now we're going to take the bolts out of the housing, use a 10mm socket, or you can use a wrench, ratchet wrench. Get these started. Use a 10mm ratchet wrench for the bottom. Get that loose. I'll take those out. And you want to have a drain bucket underneath. Take that out. You're going to lose some coolant. Just backing this up so that we can get this last clamp off right here. And use the hose clamp pliers. Sometimes you can get the hose clamp to lock in a service position like that so that you can just slide it off. Just be careful, you don't want to have your fingers near it in case it releases. And pull the hose off. And slide the housing out. Make sure you take the gasket off if it didn't come off with the housing. You can see where the gasket sits, there's a little bit of residual gasket material. I'm just going to take a razor blade. You can use a scraper and just scrape any excess gasket material just so it seals good. But be careful if you're using a razor blade. You don't want to gouge the metal and you don't want to get hurt doing it. Now I'll take a rag and just wipe down the area with a little brake parts cleaner. Just clean that up. Now I take the new housing with the bolts started and the gasket. Slide this back. Get it close to where it needs to be. We're gonna put the radiator hose on. Slide that over. Before we tighten down the bolts, we want to release the lock on the clamp. Just going to use a right angle pick. Just get underneath here. And release the clamp. Oops. There we go. And get the bolts lined up. And just push that in place and tighten down the bolts. Snug those down. Now we'll torque these bolts to 89 inch-pounds. And for that bottom one, you're not going to be able to fit the torque wrench. Do the best you can. We're just going to tighten it down with the wrench. That's good. Now I'll take the other hose. Use the hose clamp tool. Just slide that over. And remove the tool. That's tight. Now put the heater hoses on. Squeeze the clamps, push them on, and release the clamps. There we go, those are all on. That looks good. And put this cover on. Just put it in position, same way it came out. That's in place. We want to get that bolt in and put the bolt in. I'll tighten that down. Just snug it down. I'll just take the bungee cord off the wiring harness, re-secure the retainers, just push those down in place. That's good. Now I'll put this tray in place. Get the bolts started. Snug that down. And make sure the positive wiring harness comes through here. Take this bracket, line this up. There's a couple of feet that go in the slots and over the stud. Looks good. Make sure the wiring harness is not pinched. And take the bolt. It's going to go right there. Get that started. This bracket's going to go over the stud. And put the nut on. And we'll tighten those down. Snug those down. Take the battery, slide it in place. It's lined up. Put the positive on first. sure the negative's not going to arc out. Now we'll tighten this down. That's good. Put the cover on. Before we attach the negative, we're going to put the bracket on. Just get this lined up. Put the nut on. And the bolt. Alright, that looks good. Now we'll tighten these down. Now connect the negative terminal. And tighten it down. Make sure it's snug. That's good. Put the cover on. Put the cover back in place. Push the push pins in place. Take the computer or the PCM, slide the back side in, slide it towards the middle, get the bolt in, get the bolt started. Snug down the bolt. I'm going to take the oil cap off. Put the cover on. There we go. Put the oil cap on. And the bolt. Get that started. Snug it down. Now I'm going to use a funnel and using the appropriate type of coolant. You want a 50-50 mixture. You want to top it off. Once the coolant is above the full cold line, just a little bit above, you want to start the engine with the cap off, letting it run for about a minute or two, then check the level again. You may have to top it off a little more, then you can put the cap on. Running the engine for about 15 to 20 minutes, checking the engine temperature, make sure it doesn't overheat. After that, shut the vehicle down, let it cool, and then adjust the coolant level accordingly.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.